Well, I think there were two positives to this meeting that they had with the players and the players-only meeting. I love the fact that the young guys felt confident enough to voice their opinion. And I love the fact that LeBron accepted it. That's a positive. It shows he respected those guys. So, look, it's obviously a failed season. There's no question. But injuries, no three-point shooting, you know, Anthony Davis.
Coaching, all of it.
Well, yeah, obviously Luke's going to be gone. So it's a failure, but at best, nobody, I don't think you even thought they were getting to the finals.
No.
So at best, we knew it was an experimental season.
But I thought they would make progress. And I thought they'd get playoff experience. And I thought we would learn something more about the young guys. And that's the sidebar story, too, the LeBron injury and the Anthony Davis stuff and the bad coaching is, what do we know about Lonzo going into year 3 that we didn't know going into year 2? I don't know anything. What do we know?
He was a pretty good defender.
Right. What do we know about Ingram that we didn't know going into year 4 that we didn't know going into year 3? I'm not sure, except for he has a major health issue, not just an injury, a health issue. What do we know about Kuz that we didn't know going into this year that we do now? So you didn't even gain information. You didn't gain experience. You didn't gain information. You didn't gain continuity amongst the team. You did gain a legitimate, for the first time in his career, concern about LeBron's durability, which has never been a question mark for him or for any team he's been on. So in every way, this has been a failed season. There's not even like a silver lining. Well, at least that mid-season trade we made, we know you actually gave away your young good center for nothing. There's no part of this season that you can hold on to and say, okay, this makes me feel better.
I know you're a LeBron fan, but I've been a fan of Lakers for a long time. And there's some really diehard Lakers fans. I'm going to give them a silver lining. I never thought Luke Walton was a championship coach.
Okay.
So we got rid of the coach, so at least we can move on. So if we are going to have a parade, I didn't think Luke was going to be up there as the coach of the Lakers. So at least we've moved on to that aspect. And I do believe that the coach they're going to hire will have an influence, because I believe it will be Ty Lue. And Ty Lue has known through the basketball analytics and everything, he knows. Even though in Cleveland, it took them a couple times to be able to get it right, they know the type of players that need to be around LeBron. So even if you say, Pelinka, I don't know if he can do it. Magic, don't know if he can do it. The silver lining is they got rid of the coach. I believe the next coach is going to be Ty Lue, and I know that Ty understands. Now, if they don't have the players, because I know Ty, you know Ty well, it would have been obvious that Rob Pelinka and Magic Johnson are not fit out for this job if they put together a roster like they did, similar to this year's roster.
And it's not just that Ty Lue knows the players that need to be around LeBron. He knows the style that a LeBron James team has to play. Now, maybe it'll be different at the very end of his career, that he's going to have to change the way he plays. But for the Lakers to be successful next year, you know what LeBron's going to have to be? LeBron, which is ball dominant, run the offense through him.
I don't think that. I think it's at this point in his career, I don't think he can. First of all, that will put more wear and tear on him if he's ball dominant. I think they need to talk to LeBron about being more like a traditional small forward. I think he could challenge for the league scoring title as a small forward. He can give you 39 rebounds. He's going to get his 6-7 assists just because he's such a great passer. But have him on the block a little, getting the ball on the elbow, on the wing. I don't think, because it also would make it easier for other players to play around LeBron. Like, if you want to go after a Kemba Walker. Kemba with LeBron playing the way LeBron's always played, it's not going to work.
Kyrie? Why not? Hold on. But it worked with Kyrie.
Kyrie was a better shooter off the ball than Kemba is. So
that's a good point.
And Kyrie's a better player. Like, they weren't a perfect fit, but Kyrie was so good and LeBron was so good that it could work. Like, I don't think at this stage of his career, LeBron can be the system and lead a team to a championship.
See, and I think that unless they have a total roster renovation this offseason, that you are going to have to rely on LeBron to be the system for one more year.
It's not going. It's going to wear him out at 35 years of age, and you're not going to win. You're not going to beat five-man teams. He had trouble doing that in his prime. beating 5-man teams that move the ball, guys can shoot. It's not. He needs to be more a part of a system. And that would, like I said, guys know their roles more. I don't have to wonder, am I bringing it up? Is LeBron bringing it up? Okay. If I'm a point guard and LeBron's bringing it up now I got to adjust on that possession to something else. So I just think it'd be easier for other guys to fit around.
Let's go back to this players-only meeting that they held. Obviously, one of the big issues that was brought up was the body language of LeBron James throughout. There was a specific stretch of the season, and you said he responded pretty well to that. How big of an issue is that? How big of a deal is that? I
mean, look, obviously it's bothersome when a guy is, having all that negative body language when you make mistakes. Some of it's going to happen, and some of it should happen, when guys make mistakes sometimes. But it can't happen all of the time. But the problem is when you're no longer winning, it's an issue. We saw it with Michael Jordan. His last year in Washington was very similar to this, when younger players who had grown up idolizing Michael Jordan couldn't stand him because he led the same way he did in Chicago. He just wasn't leading you to championships anymore. Now, LeBron, we'll see next year, is he, can he lead a team? How far can he lead a team? But if you're not going to win, that stuff's going to be an issue. If you're winning, the players just deal with it.
And listen, this has been who LeBron is, for good or for bad, his whole career. And I know you've talked to people close to LeBron, as have I. And those people, some of his closest confidants and friends, get on him about this.
Right.
And have told him. And he says the same thing to them he said to those guys. I know. I got to be better. I'll be better. And for some reason or not, he just can't help himself.
Well, sometimes he's moody, and that translates on the court.
Right. And so the passive-aggressive or this thing that he does, that is the palms up looking like, how could you do that? That will be part of him on the court till he retires. Your point is, the reason that it has not been a storyline, hasn't been a players-only meeting, is because the teams have been en route to 50-plus wins, a deep playoff run every year to go along with it, so you deal with it. But it is the least attractive thing on the basketball court he does. It's the most, it's like, come on. It makes you look like you're being a bad teammate, because in the moment you are being a bad teammate, which it goes against his style of play, but it is something that since his rookie year, he's been doing this, and so I don't think he's going to change in year 17.
Well, he's going to have to make adjustments. All human beings are making adjustments. I mean, if he is who he is, if he did listen to him, he will make adjustments, because you're always evolving. And for LeBron to think that, man, from a leadership standpoint, I have it all together, no. And if the Lakers are going to get the best out of him, he's going to need to adjust, because Anthony Davis does not have that type of personality. And they trade for him. That's not what he is signed up to see in LeBron's face. Kawhi is not trying to have it. Kyrie Irving, that's one of the reasons why he left Cleveland. So, LeBron, you need to play with other guys. I know you're the only child and everything, and only children can be special in their own little way. But he needs to keep evolving just like other people do. Well, the successful people I know, they're waking up every day and they're trying to make adjustments of how I can get better. And if LeBron wants to look at how he can get better next year, he doesn't have to be that demonstrative on the sideline all the time. And the way it affects players is, and this is what people miss out on, it might not affect me that much, but someone who loves me, my mom, my wife, my brothers and sisters, they're like, man, how you let that dude do that to you? Right. And all these kids, typically, they've been the man wherever they've been. They've been the one being demonstrative. So it affects your home life. Forget about the locker room. Man, you get to your car after the game, your girl looking at you like, man, what's up with him?
Well, President Obama joked to Mario Chalmers about it. Remember?
Yep.
Like it was, I mean, that was a decade ago at this point, but everyone notices. And so your point that people that around you are going to say, why do you let him do you like that? Like, what can you do? What position does it put those players in? It's a great point.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.